President Joe Biden is set to address the nation later this week about his decision to drop out of the 2024 election. Democrats have less than a month to rally support behind a new nominee. President Biden endorsed his vice president, Kamala Harris, as the new party nominee. In a statement, Harris said she would earn America's vote. In her first public appearance since the president made that announcement, Harris had words of praise for Biden.
I am firsthand witness that every day our President Joe Biden fights for the American people, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for his service to our nation.
Her nomination would be historic, putting her as the first Black woman and first South Asian American to lead the ticket of a major political party. No word yet on who her running mate would be, but this has opened the door to a lot of questions on the future of the Democratic Party, including who Idaho's Democratic delegates will be casting their votes for. Meantime, several other state parties have pledged their delegates to Harris. Our Jude Binkley spoke with the chair of the Idaho Democratic Party about what's next now that Biden has bowed out. Jude?
Well, Morgan, the Idaho Democratic Party isn't officially endorsing anyone, and the delegates who Dem voters selected will be free to vote for whoever they want to at the national convention, with Harris as the overwhelming favorite to clinch the nomination. The Democratic Party is now adjusting in the wake of President Joe Biden's withdrawal from the presidential race less than a month before the Democratic National Convention. Idaho Democratic Party Chair Lauren Necochea shared her reaction to Biden dropping out.
He's done so much in the last few years to bring our economy back from the brink and pass landmark laws like the Inflation Reduction Act and the infrastructure package. And so it's bittersweet to see him go, and it opens the door for new opportunities.
President Biden and other prominent Democrats have thrown their support behind Vice President Kamala Harris, with Harris nearing enough pledged Democratic delegates to secure the presidential nomination.
And it is my intention to go out and earn this nomination and to win.
I'm very supportive of Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign. Just seeing the groundswell of enthusiasm is inspiring. Her campaign just announced that they've raised $80 million in 24 hours, which is record-breaking. And that's the enthusiasm we need to get our Democrats across the finish line up and down the ballot.
Idaho has, 27 delegates, part of the national convention. It's in less than a month now. I know things are probably moving right now, but are there any plans on what's going to happen with those delegates?
Yeah, so those delegates will be free to choose the nominee of their choice. What we are seeing nationwide is that delegates are strongly coming behind Vice President Kamala Harris.
Do you think, keeping the delegates and their choices open is the best way to represent constituents?
I think it's important that there's a clear, transparent process and that delegates have that choice. I think what we're seeing is that Vice President Kamala Harris is just such an obvious choice. This is why we have a vice president, so we have someone who's ready to step up. We're still going to go through a process where voters who elected convention delegates, not a particular person, will get to cast their ballot in favor of a presidential nominee.
We're 106 days away from the election now. What do you think these next 106 days look like?
I think Democrats are going to get united quick because the stakes are so high. The stakes just cannot be higher, and we are going to every day be educating voters about what those stakes are and what their choices are. We're at a fork in the road, and voters need to know what's at stake so they can make their decision at the ballot box.
And one of Idaho's delegates who will be at the DNC is Boise Mayor Lauren McLean. And today, Mayor McLean, alongside almost 300 other mayors from across the country, they put out a statement endorsing Harris as the next nominee for president. Morgan.
All right, Jude, we'll see what happens. Thank you.